Hey guys, another look at ZB starting on the weekly log scale chart here. Quick refresher, this is sort of the long-term structure I've been tracking. First going down in this pink channel, and then what seems to be a fifth wave accelerating down in this channel here. This fifth wave traded as a lows to lows extension off the bottom of this wave right here. So that fifth wave traded here. There was double resistance, a 618 lows to lows extension, and the top of this purple channel here. And we've gone straight down in this sort of accelerated channel. And the question is very simply, was this a third wave? So we have a giant one, two, three, and we're trading into a lows to lows extension for a wave four and then a wave five. Do we have another low on deck? Or, this lows to lows extension traded once in here. It traded from a 618 retracement to and through a 618 target. Is that enough for a wave four and five at this larger degree of trend here? Um, it certainly is seeming strong right now, like it wants to go through straight through this extension. We have an equivalent highs to highs extension on yield. Thinkorswim doesn't have the same yield data as TradingView, so I'm using a variation of TYX. And we have a highs to highs extension here. So, the textbook says that a fourth wave sort of works its way across the channel from one side to the other, like this fourth wave did, right? It took from March until December for this large degree fourth wave to work its way across the channel before falling away again. So if we have a fourth wave to unwind here, it could take a while. It could take some time. And there are two variations of the channel now on price. The initial purple channel was drawn from zero, the top of the wave, to the bottom of wave one and the top of two. So those 3 points of contact helped predict the bottom of possibly wave three here at this underthrow. And so if we just assume that this is the bottom of a 1 and this is the bottom of a 3, then we can connect the 1 and the 3 and drag across to the 2. And now this blue channel can possibly uh, be a touch point for a wave 4 if that's what we're going to do and it works itself across the channel. But that's very much in doubt. With the PPI data today, it seems like we have potentially a change in trend. So, the extension on price and this extension on yield are what to watch. And we can confirm the break in trend by breaking both of those extensions. So if we go to, let's look at the move off the lows on the 1 hour chart. So, here's how I'm reading this. Um, the failed fifth right here was the correct call. And what that trade is, where'd my 2 hour chart go? This move into the low here, right here, was so obviously a three wave move that every trader on the planet was waiting for the new low to buy. And that's why they front ran it. Some participants wanted to make sure that they got filled, and this ending diagonal here on the median of the channel was enough to turn the trend a half point shy of making a new low. So the failed fifth is the maximum frustration trade, and so everyone had to chase. And speaking of chasing, in this whole downtrend over the past couple years, we've gotten very used to these counter trend moves coming all the way halfway back multiple times. And the trade is so obvious that when I take it, at least, it feels like a trap. Like it shouldn't be that easy. And if this was a change in trend right here, and we're going to rip higher now, I don't think we can expect it to come halfway back, at least on this smaller time frame. At some point, it will on a larger time frame. But this first move up, I think if you're not already in it, they're going to make you chase it, possibly. So, I would not, the move that's the hardest to get into, like this one here, this failed fifth, is the move that you want to be in. And so if it doesn't come back halfway, that's just trading. So where was I? I was out looking at the hour chart here. So there was a 1 2 along from lows, a 3 4 5, an ABC, another long from lows, and then going into the CPI data, it's like they knew, right? It was setting up bullish all the way. It was a 1 2, a 1 2. This was another long from lows here, and then we had a 3, maybe a 4, a 3, and then maybe some sort of complex 4. This was a mess like that. And then coming out of this low right here, this looks like an impulse wave again. So this would be like a, 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 3 4 5. It's possible that that wave 3 completed right there, right there. And then during the PPI number today, let's see. We had a 3-wave move. This could be corrective here, right? It went 3 down, 3 up, and then 3 down. And that was shallow. It was 125, barely over a point. And we came into the long from lows of this most recent impulse wave here. So that would be, I guess, maybe a larger degree 4. And maybe we're in a 5th wave right now. Maybe. That's sort of how I'm reading it. And so, if we complete a 5th wave somewhere up here around this 618 lows to lows extension, like I said, I'm not sure you can be looking for a full retracement of this move. Corrections often come back into the 4th wave of the previous degree of trend, which would be this large 4th wave. So if we complete a 5th up here and then retrace, you might have to chase it if you're not already long. So just be prepared for that. And so the yield chart was doing something interesting today. So, here's the extension. This black line is the 50%. I had an alert set on that line, and they front ran it today by 1 basis point. They wouldn't let it tick in until the very last 5 minutes of the trading session. We finally went into it. And so, just trying to parse this yield chart. Sort of the way I'm reading this is like this was obviously a 5-wave move out here, down here. I'm not going to bother to count it out. And then, this was a 3-wave up. I struggle from here because this looked like it was becoming a 5-wave move. So maybe this correction is a 3 up, 3 down, and a 5 up for a flat correction. Not sure it matters. There's generally 3 waves like that. And then this is the important part is, that's a 1, that's a 2, and then we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Call it a 3 in there. And then there's some sort of 4 right here into a 5. And so the question is, I'm not sure I did that right. 3 into the 4, and then the 5th wave is more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. So the 5 is down here actually. Right? Right. The question is whether we have already traded a lows to lows extension off the bottom of this wave 1 over here. Right? A lot of people are looking at this and they're assuming that this is a big 1, 2, 3 corrective move into the highs to highs extension right here, which, yeah, it absolutely could be, but this extension indicates a 4th wave and then a 5th wave unfolding, which means that this could be a 1 down, a 2 up, a 3 down, this 4 lows to lows extension here, and then this could be the 5th wave. And so yield could be making a 5th wave down into the highs to highs extension, and that 5th wave on yield would be analogous to this 5th wave on price. So you would sort of expect some sort of, nothing says we have to get it, but you would expect some sort of reaction up on yield. We've been riding oversold for a while here, and the last time we traded the highs to highs extension, the first time we touched the support level, we ripped away. And so, we could in the overnight Asian session, I guess, but this already looks different. Right? We've had a very muted reaction to this so far. And so actually, on the larger time frame, where am I going? Here. I mean, we're sort of in an analogous position to right here. We had this lows to lows extension. We came up and we ticked the 50% retracement perfectly, and we came down and we ticked the 236 target perfectly, which is it was a extremely fast, aggressive trade. And this lows to lows extension here, it's already different, right? We're hanging around up here a lot longer on this strong impulse wave off the lows. So I don't know. I don't want to make too much of it, but this feels different is all I'm saying, just reading the tape. And if, this turns into a pretty clear wave 5 off this lows to lows extension, that's a 5 wave move, and that would look different from this previous highs to highs extension, right? Where we did this one, I don't know, ABC2, and then it just was, well, it could have been a leading diagonal, that channel. But anyway, is there anything else I want to say here? I don't think so. It seems like a potential change in trend might be in the offing, but again, we can't confirm. It's all about these extensions. And, I've talked about these channel variations. And it seems like there was one other thing I wanted to mention here. Yeah. I mean, if we complete a 5th wave here and we get a retracement back into this zone right here, maybe an underthrow of this channel that's sort of developed right here could be a good objective long entry. Remains to be seen. Pure speculation. All right, that's all I have time for. Thanks, guys.